We are live. This is the Market Update Saturday night edition. I am your host, Bill Noble. So, should you play for a dip or should you wait for them to get over their skis on the bearish side and then take advantage of that? Now, for the pure answer to that question, you want to check out the YouTube member area where we got 2 new videos today. Playing chess against hedge funds, and our new member podcast from today, where we gave you the Q1 roadmap for Bitcoin. So check that out. Now for today, XRP and Cardano. Hello. Notice I've been telling people over and over and over and over again, particularly our members, the Made in America cryptos. Cheesy. I know. No one likes it, right? Been talking to Patreon about this. Did a Patreon XRP TA review for them today. That's our middle tier offering, along with 6th Street Crypto and its new nature background. And we have LuxAlgo, the chart program that helps with live TA, and my indicator suite that goes inside LuxAlgo. So you get TradingView, you get LuxAlgo, and then you can get my package as well. Okay. Ken and Union Crypto becoming new members for $5. You can get access to our emojis and priorities on comments on the stream. XRP and Cardano, back to it. What is going to stop XRP? They wasted this market, right? A lot of the top picks, a lot of stuff we were looking at in the DeFi sector. By the way, Steve J is on the stream tonight just in time, right? DeFi is coming back. Okay, but a lot of stuff just destroyed. XRP never moved. Cardano, they whipped it back and forth, came back strong, right? This is going to be 2025, right? Everything up. Michael Saylor buys, it goes down. Right? It goes down. Everyone thinks Bitcoin's going to 75K. Boom. XRP goes up 15%. You know what I'm saying? This is how it's going to be. And you got to be in the right cryptos. And I can't believe they sold the market, period. And they tried to sell the Made in America cryptos 10 days before the Orange Man gets in office. But, you know, they've had their fun. They've scared everybody. This thing in California is an epic human tragedy. Who knows what else they have in store? What I do know is we need a different form of money. I just talked to somebody on our member stream. They actually volunteered information. They were recently in Europe, and they know exactly why sterling and the euro are collapsing. What does that mean for crypto? We talked about it last night. We're going to talk about it again and again and again and again, because we are in the cryptocurrency market. Pounded the table on this last night, and then boom, XRP higher. I mean, I was scrambling to get home, right? I'm making the videos this morning, and I'm like, oh my God, this thing is going to go XRP up 5% by the time I pulled into the driveway. This is happening. Now, is XRP going to go to $3 today, tomorrow? I don't know. But when the Orange Man takes his hand off the Bible, you know, 2 weeks after that, this thing may go absolutely bananas, right? And we already went over like the large caps, the small caps. We reviewed everything, including the stuff that we were looking at, you know, before this mess that got completely smacked, and what sectors we liked. So we're all over this. So please come join us, because I got news for you. XRP is telling you about the American-made cryptos. It was like the bat signal going up in the air. Right? All this talk, recommended videos, you know, the YouTube service that I use, like, oh, here's the video people were interested. Talk about Bitcoin going to 75K. I go, okay, well, Bitcoin can go to 75K because hedge funds are attacking. If it goes to 75K, it'll be there for 10 seconds on a wick down. Okay. The question isn't, where do you sell? That's a question for later. We discussed that in the member area. So the where and the when, particularly the when, we discussed that in the member area. As far as what's going on now, everyone bearish, everyone out, you know, fear, greed goes to 50 from 70. And then there's only one thing to do. That's wait for him to be stupid and then take it from him. And the longer Bitcoin or whatever sits here, wicks down, I don't know, even if it goes to 80, you can't predict everything. What you can predict is they're going to get too bearish and they're going to get trapped. And then the orange man's going to say something, and then it's going to absolutely launch itself into outer space in a confined window. So what happened over the election, everyone gets bearish and then it goes up only. There are going to be opportunities to make money. You want to get in the YouTube member area. You want to get in Patreon. And if you don't have any money at all, if you need a roadmap of crypto, subscribe to this channel. Turn on alerts so you know when we're going live. And if the content works for you, hit the like button. Right? Today, we're going to cover all the crypto news. We're going to cover the fact that everyone's bearish Bitcoin now. Everyone's posting warnings. Everyone's like, oh my God, at 110, it was going to 1 million. But at 90, you better watch out. It's risk off. It's going down. It may go down. And if it goes down, there are going to be so many buyers, you're not going to believe it. Particularly Fidelity, because there is a lot of evidence that U.S. retail is finally allocating money. Like institutions are probably selling the Bitcoin ETF, BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF, and Fidelity is starting to buy the Bitcoin, right? Which means, for better or for worse, U.S. retail is rotating money over to crypto through the Bitcoin ETFs at Fidelity. And that is probably going to just incessantly continue because equities are done. Equities have been done. There's only one way to do any of this anymore. Tech, money, banking, any of it. The only way to invest in it is crypto, right? You're going to have to be nimble. Again, we cover that in the member area, and members got hooked up tonight. So we got everybody settled down. Everyone snug as a bug in a rug in a new strategy. And tonight we'll help as many people as we can. So we have Bull Runner here. Welcome, right? Welcome to the stream. We have Randall. Welcome, sir. Right? Hans, a member. Crypto Keeter, we appreciate you, sir. Miklo, Cossacks, Bob, Daniel J, welcome. DC Precise in the house. Union Crypto joins up. We appreciate that. Great filibuster in the house. Salutes to you. Duilo from Madrid is here. Good morning, Europe. Right? Trying to get this stream late at night on the weekend so our friends in Europe can get to it. Farmer Sam Forrest, Quiet Don, welcome. Smash Satoshi, right? Smash Satoshi is here. We'll help you out, sir, right? Oh, my God. Farmer Sam Forrest at the Budapest airport, okay? Crypto Crazy says they fill the gap on the futures chart and then go. Bodine Crazy says Noble Capital Management. Caleb is here. Archie. Well, sir, I appreciate Noble Capital Management, but I did put something out on the official Instagram today. I applied for verification at TikTok. Just a reminder, I will never DM you first, and I will never ask you for money, ever. Not in the private groups, not anywhere. And if there's any doubt in your mind, join the Patreon from the official Twitter, right? From the official Twitter. Right here. Right? At crypto_noble with the blue check. You could even check to make sure I'm live. You can do that check. So if I'm streaming, you can, the scammers won't have the live when I'm live. Okay. The Patreon link is here. Patreon has a chat like Telegram where there's a lot of people in there. I monitor the chat. So don't click on anything. Don't. All right. There's a lot of fake me's out there. I guess I'm making it. Sad for the people who get hosed, though. It's sad. Okay. News. Let's go. Okay. Billionaire says 754,000. So it's a very popular thing to do now on CNBC to get yourself a wardrobe of expensive suits and come up with huge price targets for Bitcoin. No price is too high. That is a little dangerous. What I like better is the idea of, I wish somebody would come on and say, go ahead, make my day, take it below 90. I'm going to take everything you have. And it may not go down there. Like XRP may have fired the shot heard around the world today. Everyone's like, oh yeah, I'm going to get to buy this later. And XRP was like, whoop, up 10%. Cardano goes, whoop, I'm following. It's like John Madden back in the old days. You got a lot of people sitting around wondering whether they're going to get to buy Bitcoin lower, or they think they can, right? And then XRP goes, bang. I'm wondering if Solana's next. You know what I mean? It's like, Bitcoin just sits here. It does theoretically allow altcoins to start popping off, particularly if everyone's bearish. And everyone is bearish. Everyone is either bearish or depressed. That's totally understandable. I mean, I watched this thing go down and I had to just be like, okay, I'm just going to have to let this thing run its course and then we'll regroup. I understand where you're at. I mean, I haven't been that wrong in a long time. So, but it wasn't right to get bearish in October. It wasn't right to get bearish in August. It's not right to get bearish now. It's not. Because Made in America crypto is a real thing. Breaking XRP breakout happening right now, right? I literally got a couple videos out like 10 minutes before this tweet hit. Like, that's how long you get. Now, just in case you're wondering what the case is for crypto, let me give it to you right here. So we have an epic disaster going on with like 80-mile-an-hour winds in California, and having conference calls about combating misinformation. Do sovereigns have your interest at heart? Do they? United States, California, England, Germany. You got Elon Musk. Guy has a lot of power, maybe too much power, but whatever stories they've been telling you for the last 10 years, yeah, they're going to have to stop telling you because it's not true. And they don't have your interest at heart, I think, regardless of who is there, particularly in certain places. Honestly, like, you can install new people, but you still have to take care of yourself, right? The only truth is price. More economic failures. Okay. Gas station owner out of gas. Insurance laws resulting in possible massive increase in property taxes in California for anybody who has to rebuild. Folks, this is so sad. However, I am happy that the market looked at this seemingly and XRP moved. I mean, if there was ever a day for XRP, like when they write the history of XRP, today may be one of the greatest days ever. I'm dead serious. I am dead serious, right? The day everything went south and in California, and the day everybody thought Bitcoin was going to 75K, XRP rises up and spikes 10%. And Cardano follows. And whether you like Cardano or you don't, I can't believe there isn't a case for XRP. Like, fill in the blank makes the case for XRP. Gavin Newsom makes the case for XRP. The California fires makes the case for XRP. The government of fill in the blank. Germany, Japan, the Federal Reserve, you name it, right? It makes the case for a different form of money. And I'm so happy to see not only the market for sterling and the euro react to that just abject, anti-human mess over there, but I'm also happy to see it react when things in California just got completely ridiculous. They get more ridiculous. They're saying it's 11% contained. How do you get a percentage containment on a fire with 80-mile-an-hour winds? They got every fireman in the planet headed for California. How did we get there to begin with? And are those people ever going to act in your interest? They run the banks. XRP, baby. XRP. Okay, BlackRock still selling. So Bitcoin leaving, headed for Fidelity. There are a lot of ways to interpret this. Institutions distributing Bitcoin, a lot of Bitcoin whales sold at 100. 100 is a very big deal in terms of a resistance point. You want to know how you get through 100? Simple. It's when people pack it in on paper currencies, which is literally happening as we speak. It's just not happening in the United States yet. It's happening in England and in Europe. They're just packing their bags on their paper currencies. Gold up only is next, followed by Bitcoin. How much volatility can they put in the market? I don't know. There's no telling what they can do between now and the orange man getting signed in. And even after he gets signed in, there can still be shenanigans. You don't know. You don't know. Market volatility is the word of the day. What you're not going to do is you're not going to fall for any of this stuff. You're not going to fall for this. You're not going to get negative. You're not going to get short. I mean, you can get short if you're a professional trader, but you got to cover quick because like I said, there's probably a lot of people thinking XRP was going to go down next and they got smoked. That's what it looked like today. It looked like leveraged short liquidation. It got short. It didn't go down. And so they all covered. Bitcoin consolidation below the 20-day moving average is a deeper pullback coming. Everyone talking about the pullback. Nobody talking about sterling. Bitcoin trader warns risk is peaking in crypto cycle. Calls for caution. Willie Woo advocates a cautious approach. He said, although Bitcoin sentiment seems uber bullish, market participants should opt for a more cautious approach, highlighting his Bitcoin local risk model, which indicates risk levels not seen since January 2023. Okay. So people could be over their skis in Bitcoin. People could be like, it's going to $10 million. That's okay. The rest of Web3, ETH, Solana, if Bitcoin doesn't move right away, I'm not going to be upset. I'm not. Because, there is an entire altcoin universe waiting to absorb all this money that's going to come out of the stock market. There are macro concerns. There are hedge funds after the bond market. There is reason for volatility. We have something in the YouTube member area about how to play chess with hedge funds. But at the end of the day, you want to be long. It's not investment advice. It's common sense. It's survival. It's being a human being. So it is very ironic that the uber bullish zoom out macro guys are now like, oh, wait, my local top warning indicator. Yeah, this could be too risky in the short. What happened? Every time the market goes down, everybody forgets when in doubt, zoom out. Everybody forgets that, right? Everyone's like, oh, I should have sold. No, you shouldn't have. I mean, yeah, you should have sold if you have to pay bills. And if you got smoked in some small cap, stop out of it. Stop out of it. But, I can't give away everything, but Steve J is on the stream. So if he starts talking about some of his coins, and we'll look at his coins, but YouTube member area has got the idea of what's next once the orange man takes office. Like all these people that donated to his inauguration fund. You think that that's the end of them paying homage to the Godfather? Bitcoin and crypto and Web3 are next. Here we go. Analyst warns of Bitcoin's uncertain future amid key support breakdown. It could get ugly. Yeah, for an hour. And what happens if it gets ugly and comes straight back? Note, this likely published before the 10% moonshot in XRP. And even if that doesn't hold, that's still the shot heard around the world. Because the cryptocurrency market is like, you know what? It's like D. Snyder from back in the day. We're not going to take it. It's too bad we don't have music side effects. We're not going to take it anymore. We're not. Bitcoin super cycle incoming. But of course, there's a catch. There's always a catch. There's always a catch, right? A super cycle with a catch. Wait a minute. If it's got a catch, it's not a super cycle, right? It's like a banana singularity. That's a super cycle. The idea of a currency crisis has not occurred to anybody. AI is deflationary. So they'll print CPI on Thursday. Everybody can have their hysterical inflation trade. And you know what crypto's going to do? Crypto's going to be like, F this and go up. Seriously. So whatever they're going to do, have fun, have at it. Good luck. Bond market, 5-year note. Yeah, they can do it. They can do all kinds of stuff. They can get hysterical. Let them. We owe $37 trillion. It's not like a bond market reaction to that kind of nonsense is unwarranted. It's not. Let that market do its trade. Let that market do whatever it needs to do to price in a reality where, frankly, the Fed doesn't do anything because they're high on rate cuts. Stock market thinks they're getting all these rate cuts this year. They're not getting any of that. Those clowns are done. And the longer this fire goes on in California, the more I'm convinced you're going to have market selling. You're going to have wealthy people and not wealthy people cashing out of 401ks. You're going to have selling of tech stocks. The government's going to allow these people to release their 401ks and IRAs without a tax penalty. Anybody in California is going to be able to get whatever liquidity they can get. And you're going to have market selling of equities. Right? Because people who have nice houses in Los Angeles also own NVIDIA, and they're going to just sell. Not because they like or don't like things, but because they need money. And that could have a crypto impact. That could have a crypto impact now. That could have a crypto impact when we think you want to be exiting crypto, which again is in the YouTube member area. So again, the stock market may have to do its trade. The bond market may have to do its trade. And when our time comes, when everybody wakes up to what's going on in sterling and in the euro, then our time comes. Because guess what? Sterling is going down until that government resigns. Period. Sterling may go down until Andrew Tate gets elected. See if they let me say that. Elon is doing flat out regime change in Germany by podcasting with the opposition. So, they're going to get it in Europe. It's like, okay, you can have this government and have this thinking and do whatever you're going to do. And if you do, your currency is going to go down. So you want to be a divided society and you want to hate each other and you want to do whatever it is they've been doing over there, the Soros anti-human agenda, your currency's going down. And I've seen currency markets force change. Currency markets always win. They always win. So crypto will likely be joining in on that at some point because we're all going to look at sovereigns and be like, yeah, we're done with this, or banks or BlackRock or whoever, right? We don't like you. You don't like us. You've never liked us. Look at what's happening, right? The solution that everybody's looking for in a hedge fund world, like, oh, everything has to blow up. No, it doesn't. Crypto just has to go up until everyone goes, wow, maybe we should change our mind about how we do things. Or maybe we should get with the program or see all the above, right? Like get on board. Like the Orange Man, Wall Street, they're coming quick. So whatever talk about 75K, wait till he's walking down Pennsylvania Avenue with Ivanka. You know what I mean? Wait until that happens. Wait until he says XRP. I don't know how long that's going to take. It's not going to be inauguration day. That would be fun, but that's, probably not going to happen per my colleague. But what happens when they get going? And what happens if there's a macro reason? So states are going to do it. Governments are going to do it. The federal government's going to talk about doing it. And the foreign exchange market is going to push the issue. And no one's picked up on that yet because people are too busy talking about going to 75K. Dogecoin whale accumulates nearly 1 billion Doge in 2 days. Elon's got to get a payment network going on that. There is a certain component of the American political spectrum that's never going to trust him again after what happened to some of the commentators off this Visa thing. No one's going to forget that. So Dogecoin will eventually come back if he wants to be as popular as he wants to be. Wall Street tumbles on blowout payroll. Yeah, blowout payroll. More government workers, more people, who just got here getting employed. Oil rallied. Really interesting. Maybe everybody was short. Maybe everybody wants to buy tangible assets. Maybe everyone's done with paper. That has not occurred to anybody yet, but gold at 3,000 will wake everybody up. XRP up 2% on Friday. XRP up 10% today, January 11th. I always love the 11th day of the month. I always feel like that's when reversals happened, right? Stock market topped October 10th, 2007, bottomed March 9th, 2009. I would love it if January 11th was like the mother of all bottoms and XRP just went up only. And everybody who's looking for Bitcoin to go down gets Bitcoin doing nothing while XRP blows through $3. Ah, could only get that lucky. Gonna have to stay up late and make like a dozen XRP videos and just bull post it because, you know, they couldn't take it down. If it's supposed to go down with everything else and it doesn't, what's it going to do? What's it going to do? Okay, so the Financial Times is writing about crypto that can and cannot be bullish. Bitcoin miners stockpile coins to ride out profit squeeze. Bitcoin miners, AI energy companies, and hedge funds. Now, will crypto stocks be as good this year as they were last year? I still think there are select miners. Okay. A revolutionary idea is crypto better than crypto stocks, right? In other words, buy the Bitcoin rather than the Bitcoin miners only because of what is probably eventually going to happen to equities, right? That's the only reason why it's not a banana singularity right now is because the biggest risk to cryptos is whatever goes on in legacy. You got hyper overvalued. The only reason it's not a total bubble is because people acknowledge that it's overvalued in some ways, stocks and bonds. Okay, a market in suspense. So a stock market frozen in its tracks. Crypto regulation needs a thoughtful rethink. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Get the criminals off pump.fund. Let the market innovate. That's it. And stop suing everybody, right? If they want to do something useful on crypto regulation, establish a framework for states and corporations to have a part of their money in Bitcoin in like an orderly fashion, right? Like mandate certain state governments have to have a certain percentage. You know, it's what RFKJ wanted for the federal government. Like can't issue treasuries without gold and Bitcoin, some gold and Bitcoin behind it. Right? What crypto wants from Trump? I think the answer to that is to get to front of the line because I have no idea how Web 2 got to the front of the line ahead of Web 3. Well, we do know they have more money than anybody could think of, and they're throwing it his way. And the New York trial is a reminder that all these big donors are, you know, what is going to save him from, you know, whatever these court systems want to do. That's why he took their money. Now, what crypto wants from Trump is to get to the front of the line. Like, we need to get to the front of the line, particularly after this visa thing. And you know what? They're going to get to the front of the line. I just don't know how long they're going to take to get to it, but they're going to get to it, right? They need it. They need it for their popularity's sake because as they've already seen, they're meeting the resistance. And now the resistance has got everybody thinking Bitcoin's going lower. Bitcoin was going to the moon and we were doing a strategic reserve. And now everyone's like, yeah, it's tactically overbought. People got too bullish. We already know people got too bullish. And everybody wants a flush out so they can buy. And it's not, you know, they may get that, but what happens if they don't? Look at XRP. This was a joke yesterday. Like, yeah, Bill, yeah, we don't have to think about what happens if it doesn't go down because it's going to go down. And then XRP goes up 10%. Now you have to think about it. Right? Like, seriously, like biggest day for XRP ever. So, all right, we have a prosecutor out. Now we have the CFTC guys out, and these guys should go out and never come back. Like this ideology that got us in this corner. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like what's going on in California should be an inflection point, right? You got to take care of yourself. Out of water, out of gas, price gouging. I mean, if you're not prepped and you don't have a hard drive and you don't have a cold wallet, you don't have a hot wallet, you don't have a fireproof safe, you don't have a thumb drive at somebody else's house in another state. I mean, you think this is a joke, right? Every time it ices over in Texas, or every time the temperature drops 30 degrees because of what happened here like 2 or 3 years ago, where you had people like wandering out on the street trying to find sticks to either eat, burn, or both. Like, seriously. Like, this was Mad Max out here for 2 or 3 days. And that thing in California is way worse than that. And we're all selling crypto. You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. I mean, crypto would work, right, if they hooked up Starlink, right? So if there's something terrible happened, as long as they hooked up Starlink, you could get access to money. I don't understand why everyone is shorting crypto with this going on real time, right? And all these characters that suppress crypto are all headed for the door. They're done. They're done, and they're never coming back again. 16 years ago, Satoshi sent the first Bitcoin transaction ever. And we're all bearish. Thank you, Satoshi. Happy anniversary. Let's sell. Crazy banana pants. The great state of Texas mines 52% of America's new Bitcoin every single day. God, I love that. The communists own this stuff. Every Bitcoin miner was in China, and they're like, oh, we don't want this. No. We don't want this. We want, I don't know, we want something else because we don't want human freedom. We don't want any of that until we have a 25% youth unemployment rate and the threat of social disorder. So we better get this crypto shit online so that our young people can speculate to try to get out of their parents' basement so they don't charge the capital with a pitchfork. Ooh, can't believe I just said that. Wait until this comes online in Hong Kong. They're on the phone in Hong Kong going, oh my God, the Americans, yeah. Not only did they cut the funding for the Los Angeles Fire Department, and they're bearish Bitcoin. Can you believe these guys? Not really. I can't. Only 1 million Bitcoin addresses have more than one Bitcoin. All you need, according to somebody, is $10,000 worth of Bitcoin to be able to survive the AI age, right? $10,000 worth of Bitcoin is universal basic income. Michael Saylor knows it. So does Silicon Valley, right? Silicon Valley, I think, is going to be one of the most massive buyers of crypto because in order to keep society from rebelling against them when they build Skynet, they're going to hand out the crypto to people. They're going to start buying it now and let the crypto appreciate and hand it out to their employees, their users, whatever. They're going to be airdropping you money when AI and robots take over. No one thinks about this. Silicon Valley, Andrew Yang and all these guys, they've been talking about this for a long time. BlackRock shatters records. Buy-ins soar. Spot Bitcoin ETFs mark 1-year anniversary. So they expected 50 billion. That's what they got. They got about $50 billion under management at BlackRock. They expected that in the long term. They got it in the short term. Okay. It was all sell the fact. Everything is always sell the fact in crypto for a good reason. It's not sell the fact. The Orange Man and XRP is not sell the fact. It's been sell the fact in XRP for 6 years per the ETH versus Bitcoin chart. No, I'm sorry. The XRP versus Bitcoin chart that Patreon got earlier today. This week in Bitcoin plunges as US gets go-ahead to sell Silk Road Bitcoin. What a bunch of nonsense. The Giving Block starts disaster fund. Word has it they're running a relief effort in the Rose Bowl in Pasadena. Craft Distilling. Corporations are going to learn a very powerful lesson about what emergency preparedness really means. And they're going to put this stuff on their balance sheet, and it's not just going to be Bitcoin. It will in the beginning, but not by the end of the year. If they have major fiat currencies on their books, they're going to have that balance. So for every fiat currency on their books, they're probably going to have a corresponding crypto. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP, money. And they may start using privacy coins. You never know. Clean Spark, Bitcoin miner, now has 10,000 Bitcoin. Pro CFTC boss, rumored as Trump inauguration nears. The crypto bros want something positive. Okay, the YouTube member areas, rebuilding your portfolio. Ace analyst Toby Ward in the house. A podcast done today. You got to pick up the pieces. You're not alone. Okay, we have how to beat the hedge funds. We have how to rebuild the portfolio. We have a roadmap in Bitcoin. And don't forget all the stuff that we wrote about, ETH going much higher, certain sectors. We're all over it. All over it. One guy gave us a $50 super chat on a premium show. Two guys gave us premium super chats. And the guy that gave us the $50 super chat on the premium live stream that he's already paying for, he said our service was too cheap. Not my words, his. Okay. We want a price so everybody can come in. From sea to shining sea. Why did Aero drop? AI agents seem to be the new meme coins. Okay, so Aero, I think, drops because people get nervous. They're scarred by what happened when Aero went to $2 and then went down to 20 cents or wherever it went, or 40 cents, I think. And Aero goes down because people lose it and sell because they're scarred. They don't believe it's a bull market. As soon as everything turns, they sell, and Aero is the ultimate poster boy for that. Now, if we had to come up with 5 coins, like if you had to start over, interesting, Solana, Polkadot, Chainlink, Avalanche, and of all things, Filecoin, right? The AI narrative has not been traded anywhere else except the agent universe. And it would be really interesting if Wall Street piles into crypto, cross-chain, Rune, Chainlink, Avalanche with the security token functionality, Polkadot, which everybody has given up for absolutely dead. And don't forget Solana, right? In other words, has everyone forgotten the case for crypto? I think they have. I think they forgot the case for crypto, and I don't mind putting these boomer big caps up because Web3 infrastructure will be back. AI agents will be back. They will be back, right? Trading on base will be huge. ETH will be back. All of these things are going to happen in 2025. They're going to happen. Okay, so Bitcoin, this is the head and shoulders top everyone's afraid of, okay? This is what they're afraid of. It's all over crypto Twitter. God forbid they take out this neckline. If they print 91 or 90, everyone's going to go crazy. Right? And hedge funds are going to probably try to press it. I think what they're going to try to do is they're going to try to create a massive wick flash crash. In other words, they're going to try, everyone knows it's there. So they punch it through, they find the levered stops, right? And then everyone, I don't know, maybe they get bearish or maybe everybody gets stopped out and then it comes straight back, right? It's like XRP was kind of like a slow motion thing. It kind of dipped, came back a little, and then whoosh. Bitcoin could be the opposite, right? Bitcoin could go down, wick, straight back, right? Straight back. Now, the wick could be bigger than anybody anticipates, but when we're all looking at the same thing and everybody has the same conclusion, you can get highly unusual price action. And frankly, to be humble about it, whatever scenario I come up with, it's always different. It's always a surprise. So if they're going to hit it, let them hit it. Just let them. Just like you were supposed to just let, they were just selling with the day before the election. They were just, Benjamin Cohen were like, altcoins is going to zero. It's 2018 and altcoins. Altcoins are going to zero. Bitcoin dominance is going to 70%. The day before the election. That was the talk. Maybe they're going to do the same thing the day before the inauguration. I don't know. But I know that if you get caught in this when it's at 140, you're going to regret it. Cardano Interesting how technical analysis actually worked twice. It's funny. LuxAlgo is drawing this accumulation cone, right? Cardano couldn't bust out of the top and it can't bust out of the bottom. Nobody wanted Cardano below $1. No one wanted it. Everyone's like, yeah, this is done. And then boom, it pops. It's funny. That's a $30 billion market cap and it doesn't do much until he's on Joe Rogan, until he's at the White House, until he's at meetings, until, Cynthia Loomis has a Senate subcommittee and they start testifying about all the terrible things that Uncle Sugar has done to the crypto industry and all the great things that they can do and build, right? And all the federal government has to do is either talk about buying it or tell corporations, it's like, hey, you guys want influence in the administration? Awesome. Buy $1 billion worth of Bitcoin and call me back. And that goes to state governments too. It's like, hey, you want to play the game? You want to be in the cool club? Get in the cool club. Do something. Okay, as a reminder from yesterday, the currency markets matter. When somebody came on the VIP live stream and says, I just got back from Europe, and he didn't say it this way, but he's like, sterling and the euro are going to zero. That's basically what he said. He's like, these currencies are going down. If you have a currency problem that gets Wall Street Journal, CNBC attention, that is your banana singularity in Bitcoin. And of course, it's in progress. Everyone's like, oh, well, fiat's terrible, Bitcoin forever. All the guys who are like, yeah, we got a Bitcoin standard. Remember that? Like, what was that, a month ago? The Bitcoin standard, the strategic reserve, get away from fiat. Oh, wait, a currency crisis in Europe starts. And everyone's like, well, my tactical overbought indicator indicates that people could be a little bit too. Dude, it's happening. Sterling, has done nothing but go down since September and now is accelerating into like a down only phase. And if there's no bottom in the next 48 hours, all bets are off. Should get a bottom. If you don't, we'll see. Okay, sterling, again, down only. The euro is in the same position. And frankly, if the euro and sterling stopped going down, that would be good because then they could turn their eyes to the dollar because everyone wants a bond market solution to a debt crisis, and they're not going to do that. It's got to be done through the currency. It has to be. And I know I sound like a broken record. I don't care. And I'm emboldened by a 10% rally in XRP out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. It's like, oh, what happened? Oh, gee, I went to the mall, but there was nothing to do today. Boom. Okay. DeFi Perp. Steve's going to ask, so I'm way ahead of you, bro. DeFi sitting on LuxAlgo equilibrium. Everyone out, right? 1 minute, the orange man's team's buying Chainlink, buying DeFi coins, setting up shop on Aave. Not one word about it. We're too busy being bearish. We're too busy selling. We're too busy getting short. I don't know. What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? Not this. I'm going to tell you who's going to be doing this because Web 2 has to pay homage to the orange man, and so does Wall Street. That's it. They got to figure out how to get involved in this, right? Like if I see what's going on in the euro and sterling, you bet your ass Wall Street sees it. The banks are like, uh-oh. They may come out and start market buying gold. Like gold may go up Asia time. They may come in. The Chinese may come in. They're like, oh my God. Like, our currency is going to go. Sterling's going. The euro's going. Decentralized finance. Anybody remember that? Best get with it. Solana. ICO boom. Stable coins. AI agents. The phone comes out in March. Everyone's selling. No one wants Solana at 180. It's incredible. It's incredible, right? If they don't have dog and cat meme coins pumping on it, it stops, right? The AI agents are going to be back. And even if it's not, Solana is money. Like I know this is ridiculous, but the most long-term useful thing for Solana is money. It blows my mind how fast Solana moves from like, say, Coinbase to Phantom and back. It's incredible. I used to sit and wait, I don't know, 5-10 minutes on ETH maybe in a busy market. Maybe not that long. Bitcoin takes forever, right? Solana is just, it flies as money. XRP is money. Solana is money. Okay. I know everyone wants a way more complicated. They want a Messari report. They want this huge complicated narrative. There doesn't have to be a complicated narrative. Fiat is done. Gold is going up and we need a new form of money, period. Okay, Ethereum. Chart looks terrible. Vitalik continues to sell. He sells every rally. You know, all we can hope is that ETH holds 3,300 and that Solana or Cardano or XRP saves ETH. That's pretty much where we're at. How sad. Now, if somebody actually gets with the program and somebody comes in and starts doing DeFi on an Ethereum platform, or somebody comes in and wants to build something huge on ETH, that is not out of the realm of possibility. It's not. Okay, because if we don't need a decentralized world after California, I don't know what to tell anybody. Okay, the bond market. So hedge funds will have fun with this. They are short bonds. They are looking for higher rates. They are not happy with Uncle Sugar's, $37 trillion insanity. The current administration will probably go out with a bang by printing money to save everybody in California because, their legacy is on the line and Newsom may be forced out if they don't do something big. So they may just do some printing on the way out the door. Because, if you lived in Maui, you don't matter. You got $700, but in California, because Newsom has screwed up and he is the poster boy for the American left, what's left of it, the administration may do something stupid and freak out the bond market, and they don't care because they're going to hand that all to, that bag is going to go to the orange man. So 30-year bond yields, bottom line, 5% is a big number, 8% mortgage rates, right? You have mortgage rates through 8%. You have 30-year bonds through 5%. That's going to create some hysteria. That may be the dip that you get in Bitcoin. That may be what creates the flash crash. It may be this, right? Just straight up fiscal irresponsibility. The 5-year note, okay, this is like your car loan yield set in the government bond market. Interest rates could go higher. You don't know, right? Bonds, TLT. Okay, we covered this last night. This is the ETF for bonds. I don't know. Maybe it goes down to 83. Okay, DXY. Can't believe we're talking about DXY at 109. Can't believe crypto can actually hold up with DXY at 109. The reason crypto holds up with DXY at 109 is because you got a problem with fiat overseas. China, England, Europe. I think Trudeau leaving saved the Canadian dollar. All right. Let's see what we got. ETH 8-hour diamond bottom. Oh my God, Steve J. Let's check that out. Super interested in that. Not seeing the diamond bottom, but I'll look at it more. You have this accumulation going. I like that, on the ETH 8-hour chart, you broke down below this. I'm looking for reclaims everywhere. It's like, give me a reclaim. Have this be a stop fishing exercise and have this come back through. Okay, people keep asking about Aero. I know this is really unfortunate the way this thing moves. Okay. Let's try a 4-hour chart. See, the thing about this is, on the 4-hour chart of Aero, right? You have people totally giving up. Totally. But you don't have like the ultimate LuxAlgo reversal signal. You kind of had it on January 9th. You can call this an overshoot, but, again, Aero at $1. People like it when it's up and they hate it when it's down. I think you got to like the base network when it's down. And if it trades terrible, that's okay, right? Talk a lot about this in the latest podcast in the YouTube member area. So if you're all messed up and you don't know what to do, please go check that out. We have CryptoPath here from Canada. Welcome, sir. Welcome. Right. It's going to be an interesting week until the organization. Okay, Steve J, we're going to try it again. He said, try the 4 hour on ETH and then pan out. Let's try that. I don't mind this. I don't think this is what Steve J had in mind, but I like the idea of ETH holding down here after breaking out and then seeing if it can turn around and do this. We'll see. I don't mind. What I mind is getting too bearish down there and missing it, right? Because, you know, they're going to wick it down here. They're going to do something. But if everyone gives up, that's when it turns. That's when it turns. Okay. See what else we got going on in here. Okay, Archie wants to look at HBAR. Great filibuster reminding you, Randall is back. Please hit the like button. Let's take a look. Let's do a little live TA. Don't forget about HBAR. Okay, XRP on DeMark. Getting a lot of evidence that DeMark is working actually extremely well. DeMark is working extremely well. Okay. LuxAlgo as well. Okay. You get a 13 bottom on the XRP 4-hour chart and boom, pops to a 9 top. Now with 9 tops, if there's a pause, which you have, and it continues, you can keep going. Okay. I gave Patreon the XRP BTC chart. Go check that out. Okay, Hedera, 4-hour chart. Notice how it hit support. Notice how it never even went down, right? You get the dip. There's no reason to not like Hedera, right? Solana, 13 bottom on a 4-hour chart, right? The power of the 13 signal. Right? I should have paid attention to this. Every time I see this 13 signal after Michael Saylor buys a bunch of Bitcoin, you know to get out because the market makers turn around and smack it. And if you get another dip, there's a 12 here. The next big down move in Bitcoin will be the 13 bottom. So if they hit it again, it's going to be the opposite of this. You had a God candle up, top, down. You have a decline here, 13 bottom, back up. It totally fits the narrative. Okay, ETH, nothing here yet. We wait. Okay, I probably should switch this out for Algorand. Okay, again, went down a little. And to drop the hint, Aave. Nice sideways range right down at the bottom. Looks a little like Ski Mask Dog. Nothing going on, particularly on the daily chart. Just looking at Aave, looking for clues in DeFi, and here you go. Right, here's your 9 top. There's your pause. Now, if Aave turns around and holds, that's very constructive, right? Because a flush after a 9 top is typical. Just like down here, right? You got the 9 top in October at 150, right? Then it was 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks before it was up only. Why would this be any different? It's not. It's not. Like if you were going to buy Aave, this is your dip based on this DeMark math. That's how it goes. That is how it goes. Ski mask dog. Boy, they love running the stops down here, don't they? It's like that feels like all they do. This is nasty. Ooh, nasty. Virtuals is nasty too, man. They are getting everybody over there. Ouch. Painful, right? My colleague wants to look at 50% retracements. That's like her thing. So 50% retracement of the whole big move in virtuals is down at 260. That's one level. $2 is another level. If they really hit it, you could also look at 274. I haven't tried it. My understanding is that this is fun. I'll take the person's word for it. Okay. At $5 billion, it was probably fully priced, right? Nobody wanted it at $2 billion the first time. I bet no one's going to want it at $2 billion the second time, whatever it comes down to. Like if they wick these things down, it's probably a good opportunity. I don't think we looked at Aero on DeMark. I could have sworn this was very interesting. Okay, so there it is, right? Like Aero tried to bottom once and failed, and that looks like a 13 bottom with some serious despair. Okay, and you have it on the daily chart of Aero. You could have 2 more down days, and you could have some really beautiful looking DeMark work for a bottom in Aero. Just saying. I have no idea why everyone's packing it in on the base network. Okay, Crypto Crazy says when the dollar finally gives it up, you know what I'm saying? Pancakes and peanut butter is here. Justin looking at XDC. Okay, so XDC hitting its LuxAlgo premium zone on the daily chart and not really backing off. You know, notice how when LuxAlgo puts support underneath these things, they come down, they hit it, and they come right back. Whatever this is, people obviously want it. And it's not backing off. I do encourage, if something's been outperforming, unless there's an overwhelming narrative, perhaps you take the money before the inauguration. ADA is basically the same price it was in March of 2021. Many alts are in that pattern. Dude, Polkadot at 6, right? All these things are going to eventually do something. They're eventually going to do something. Now, they're not doing anything now, but they will when the orange man comes to power. And even if the orange man doesn't say anything except take pictures with Michael Saylor, the guy from XRP, the private sector is going to have to get with the program because he'll tell them to. And if not, you know what? We'll have the bros in the currency market explain it to everybody who doesn't get the memo. Because I actually like that better. You know, we'll start with sterling. We'll move to the euro. And then we'll just go one by one by one by one in fiat with gold breaking out. Whatever happens, if you only get to watch one show, and that's this show, don't get depressed. Matter of fact, try positivity on for size. If the world's problems are going to get solved, they're going to manifest in a positive banana singularity. The only place to solve the problem is crypto. You can hit the bond market, you can hit the stock market, you can hit all these things, but the only actual solution is in crypto. We will see you tomorrow.